Hey everybody, welcome back. Let's finish our work today where we're going to create the content manager, component manager, excuse me. Hopefully I haven't forgotten what I want to do. I don't know why I have like this thing. Anyway, so hopefully I can find a diagram somewhere around here. I think I do. Let me just find it. I'm gonna show you what I'm planning to do with this component manager, just so you can get like an idea of where we're going to go with this. So let me change the window to the other one. Yep, there it is. I might want to do like a preview actually. Let me do this. I don't know how to do it. Yeah, actually, yeah, this is how to do it. Nice. Well, I don't know what's happening. Anyway, I like it in real time and like to mess up in real time as well. Okay, so uh, use AI obviously to create. Let me go back to the other one to create this components builder. Hopefully, it's visible. And it's super basic, the component name. Let's say I want a h1, a title, and then I do h1, h1. And here now what I want to do is I want to have title. And when I finish this, I want it to detect that there is a variable called title, and by default it is text. And if I do image, it should detect it is an image. This will be like taking a long time. But was it visible actually? Yeah, it was visible. And now, if we go back to our Excalibur, where is it? There we go. So we have this, should detect it, and then it should show us that there is title, subtitle, etc. And then also sub-content. Sub-content should also be detected. And for that, we go now to our component manager component. Sounds like I don't know what it's called, the thing where you say two things at the same time. Let me check. I thought I had like an SMS from some important person. Apparently not. Anyway, let's see what it did. Okay. Error, success message, doesn't matter. Deletion as well as using the confirmation. Very nice. What I want to do is, as I told you, the text box here, it's a multi-line. Okay, so it's basically a text area. Okay, it's using, okay. It does have text area, no? It doesn't. It does. Why is it using like, why is it using uh, something that's not a text area? Let me see what it would look like with text area. And actually, I kind of like the multi-line more. Get it back. Okay, so what would happen if I, okay, uh, multi-line, save it. I just want to be sure that, yeah, this is much better, yeah, most definitely. So, okay, value, okay, band value. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. Okay, and then in value changed, we're gonna do this. Okay, so we have the value in here, and then what we do is we do current component HTML equals e, which I don't know the type of. Let me check. Oh yeah, it's a string. Of course it is. And then I'm gonna create a method called parse parse variables. This async. It's gonna be an async. Method await. Can we create the method? No, I cannot. I have to go down and create it myself. So private async task parse variables. I would like to make it a fun name. HTML content. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. I don't know why I made it actually a task. Yeah, let's just make it a void actually. I don't know why I made it task. Seems like a weird choice. No, actually, if I had to handle some database BS, I might have, my the choice of task might have been good. But now we're just doing like this. Okay. Selected component. I really wanted to use the selected components of this BS. Okay, I guess it's fine. Well, we'll see. Okay, so components or selected components should have additional attributes. No attributes. Content. It has content. Yep. What? No, it doesn't. We don't have this. No. Uh, okay. I need a way to find like anything that has like the double things. So we need to find like all the variables that have a double thing. So um, additional attributes. Okay, so if I'm thinking of making the components like I don't know, have like a sub-component thing. Do I make it like a variable or do I keep it like an attribute? So if hmm, I think this is a job for AI. Okay, let me ask it and see how it goes. So what we need to do is we need a regular expression or some sort of expression that will find all the variables that have like the double thingies, or maybe you like even use like a library. There's this one called fluid C sharp. Let me check. Go back to the browser. There's this one you can use actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I might as well use this one. Why not? Yeah, I might as well use this one. This one is kind of already like ready. Hmm. Okay, it's thread safe. Hmm. Interesting. This will actually make it easier for us to like replace, especially in HTML, in the page renderer, because we are like following a single, how do you say it, like template. We can't force people to like do whatever we want, you know? It's like you can't expect everybody to like write the template variable in the correct name. So yeah, let's use it. First of all, let's give AI and see how it uses it in our page renderer, and we're gonna check how it replaces the existing parser. Because our existing parser is kind of, I don't know, not the best. Let's just say not the best. Hmm. JSON. Interesting. Right. I think you can get like a list of variables if I'm not mistaken. I mean, hopefully you can. I think you can. No, no, I'm like 95% sure you can in a way. Like get a list of the variables that exist in tech fluid. No, not this one. Template and language. Mm, oh, features. Well, I guess. Okay, we're gonna have to see how it goes. See how AI does it, and then we can actually improve upon it. So it installs. Okay, I know you can't see anything. Let me. What can I show you? The thing. So it's installed here the fluid core, and then what it did. Okay, so let's see. So the rendering service. Can you see it? You cannot. Okay. Added fluid parser, and then what it did here is it went to our. So it did so. So it caches the template. No, I don't want it to cache the template. Why is it caching the template? No. Or is it caching the whole page? No, it's not. No, no, no. It's still kind of writing actually. What? Why are you still writing? Why? No. What is this? Nope. I don't need this thing. This? No. It's like creating random folders in PS. Super confused. Okay, so the page renderer is hmm, just say don't cache. Okay, right. I don't know, is it kind of difficult? I don't like it. I don't like it. It's a bit difficult to create my own parser. I mean, if I can like do maybe regular expressions or something, probably. And racing. Yeah, now that I see it, I think it's a bad idea. Yeah, AI, absolute garbage. Let's do okay. Okay, in page render, the service uh, do a regular expression check. For example, I know you can see anything, but I don't want you to. R is equivalent to or. All right, let's let it cook. Let it cook. I hope it doesn't burn in everything. All right, let's go back to our things. Um, the challenge here is to find like the variables inside of the text. Initially, as I said, I was going to use fluid, but it seems like it's an absolute garbage library. I don't like that. Well, what can we do, I guess? Let's see what happened to this service. Were there any changes? No, what is... No, I used the wrong thing. Excuse me. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, let's continue as I was saying. I don't... I don't know. Do we have like Excel variables? Is there like a expression? So find... I don't know. Contains, count, default if empty, distinct, element at or default, ends with. Yeah, we can technically do the like we split first with the thingies, the double thingies, and then we split by the other double thingies, and then we get the one in the middle. So yeah, if we split, okay, let's do it, I guess. So if we split, well, there we go, there we go, there we go. Super interesting. Okay, so selected element component dot content. Let's do this. Okay, so for, it should be like a. So if selected component is not nil, we return. Yeah, I mean this should have been at the start because we don't want to do any processing if we don't have any component selected. Hopefully we do. Then we do variables dot select, and we create. Okay, no. New component. Okay, so its type is text. No, it's not like this. It's a variable. Yeah, with the it says the name. But then I think we should okay, so split with the things first, and then the same thing. This split this. Uh, last or default. Okay. What is the second is image? Last or default. How do I do it? It's nullable. So equals image or it's false. It's missing something here. No, okay, I don't need the other part. Or maybe something like this, yeah. Image, but I mean it's nullable, so but if what if there isn't? If there's only one. Okay, no, actually, let's do this. Okay, so we split it, and the count or the length is greater than 1. Technically, it should be 2, but it doesn't matter either way, I think. And it should be like this, yeah? Yeah, there we go. Okay, contents, and then in this div here, I create a div like this. No, I can't. I can. Why didn't? Why wasn't it created like the first time? Anyway, variables. Variables. Okay, so for each, these work. I don't know why it's not working. Well, variable in selected component dot content. Kind of want to exclude like sub content, but I mean, we're gonna keep sub content in there. Well, into this. Well, yeah, actually, no. I might actually check if is not null. This kind of should be a live stream from what I can see. Because I'm like super boring when I don't talk. I'm boring when I talk, sadly. And then variable is image. So for this one, I think we need to do so image or text. I don't know what the result of this will be. Let me wait for it to restart, I think. It's building. And yeah, we'll see. See how it goes. Okay, let's restart it. Let me show you what the browser shows. Not this one, the other one. The blinding white one, yeah. Current component HTML. What is it doing that? I see why. Yeah, I see why. I see why. Should work now. Didn't show that. Yep, there we go. Okay. So if I do H1, you see how white's slow actually? I don't know if it's slow or it's my imagination. Variable one. Yeah, this is an interactive server application or page. Why is it not showing anything? Kind of confused. Parse variables. I need to do the thingy. Or I do like delay one, then like state has changed. Let's see if that has any effect, to be honest. So if we open the edit dialog, let's go back to the code. So if we open the edit, we are selecting the component. If we open the create, yeah, that seems fair. That seems fair. Then we're gonna have to do. No, actually, if we do, what if we do new instead of null? Yeah, I kind of wanna. Yeah, this AI style, I don't like it. It's like, why is it creating like two new components when you have like an already existing object that you can put data into? Some stupid stuff like that. Let's see. This now should work actually. Yeah, there you go. H1. H1 again. We do this variable one. There we go. Choose variable one. it's a text element. Actually, I don't like the display, so let's do it like this with the parentheses, much better. Yeah, variable one, it's a text variable. Well, now we can detect that, and now we can go and do something else. We can check something else. What else do we need? Okay, let's go back. Yeah, back to this browser. Go back to Xcala Draw. So now we can detect variables, subcontent, and yeah, this should be it. I think for the thing, you know. I think it is. I think it is. Hmm. So by default, it's like. Then when we create it, it will choose what attributes to have. So this one has subcontent or content actually, and I'm still thinking on how can I utilize this. Do I make it like a form? Well, that's for this next video. Still, now we're still working on the components. So yeah, let's continue. So if we add subcomponent, we'll do that. Okay, let me just take a few minutes. I'm gonna remove these two attributes and use this unused component DTO for both adding and editing. Okay, so let me show you first the previous one, which was page manager, pages manager. So remove the extra name that was there as well, because I don't know why it loves this thing. And then also for the components manager, I removed the extra thing, name validation error. So yeah, these things are like, I guess I'm gonna keep them in here for now. And then used AI to find me like a better pattern recognition. And now we're gonna try it out and see if it actually recognizes variables with weird, with weird spacing. It's kind of interesting because now that I think about it, there can be like multiple spaces in the variable. The user can intentionally like add multiple spaces. Right here, reload the page, see how it goes. Component h1, h1 detail. Let's go. Nice. It's text. If we say it's title with the big T. Okay, still this exists with a lot of spaces. Thank you. Very nice. Well, that's maybe because of the. But now it depends on how it renders it. You know what I mean? Okay, let's call this title. Let's call it a big title. Okay, creates HTML preview. Well, it doesn't show a preview actually, it just shows the HTML. Which is not bad actually, like, whoa, it shows the HTML and stuff. So if we edit, now the next part is when we save it, we need also to check. Um, so this will save all variables, including I think the subcontent. Yeah. Okay, okay, where am I? If we have, let's say we have like a div above it, make this big, and a div below, and then we say subcontent here. Okay, so we update it. Right, subcontent. In this, what is it? So the save one says save component. Trim the values. Okay, so trim the values. Okay, update component. So now we need to go into the update method. So we need to add like the the attributes to allow it. But no, actually, additional attributes. Yeah, it seems like we did a big mistake in our conception. Seems like now we need to delete the database, which is here, right here. Okay, you can't see anything. Database, which is right here. I think you can see it. Yep. And then we need to do a little bit of changes to our conception, I think. Mainly the entities, so component attributes, because let me check building blocks. Its values. No, actually, we might not need to. Actually, no, we might not need to. Let's continue what we were doing. Okay, so here we save this, we don't do anything. And then we go to, so component file by ID doesn't exist. There's no, so this is the update. We're gonna have to do the same thing for the create. We do it after the mapping. So component, what's available attributes is, so first of all, if, no, if component dot content any, so if you have any variable, let's go to lower so we can write it like this, sub content. I know what it's gonna say. Yeah, use string equals, obviously it does like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna first okay, so first if it has, okay, so if we do this, so we need to remove it. So component content dot remove all, yeah, remove all of that variable. And what you're gonna do is and then if component dot content dot count still be like bigger than 0, so what we do is we go component available so default attributes dot all default attributes, because we have content and sub-content, else we only have sub-content. No content, basically no content attributes, or else it's basically just a positional element or something. But why would we have positional elements? Super weird. No subcon, no, not this. Actually, yeah. Yeah, it seems hmm. So if it does have, then if it doesn't have, it's no subcontent. Hmm. Still, I think still we're still missing something. I think we're still missing something. No, no. I don't like how this is written. Hmm. Okay, let's make this. So what does remove all return? It removes an int, list of elements returned. Okay, so let's go. So variable. Okay, excuse me. I did this. Removed, and then we do variable. So remove all. It's kind of asynchronously. Um, content count, and then if content count is bigger than this, bigger than 0. No, it's not a position. It's like So yeah, basically we need at least three conditions. But okay, the better idea. So if component.content count equals 0, so from the start we don't have anything. Basically it's a no, it's a positional because we don't have also we don't have the what's this. Thank you. I'm gonna deactivate it again. So from the start we don't have any of those. If we remove it, if we still have content, then it's an then it is no. If the removed if removed more than zero, so it means it's and content count also bigger than zero, then we have a default attribute. Else we have no content. But we're still missing the no sub-content. Am I missing? Like, why is my brain not functioning well? Okay, so content count 0, positional. If we remove everything, so if we remove when we still have content, it's an all. Else, if we didn't remove anything, it's a no sub-content. And else, it's obviously gonna be a no content. Yeah, no content. Yeah, now it seems logical, I think. What's this? Let's copy this. Actually, extract method, set attributes. Need to be big brained about this, you know? You know what I mean? And here, so we map set attributes component. That's how it goes. Seems logical. Seems super logical. Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. Well, I'm gonna keep it like this. So it detects that sub content as well. Now, um, so we first of all create the pages, we create the components, and now what's left is creating the builder, the actual builder. This is the exciting part. So yeah, one final test of the components manager. Let's go back to it. Super blinding. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let me check on my model. Well, it's been on 81 epochs without any changes. Interesting. Should change in 100. It should stop in 100 epochs. But yeah, 100 epochs is still a lot. Anyway, big title. Yep. I did this. If I save it, probably yeah, it will not show. It will not show it next time. Hmm. What can we do for this thing? You know what? To eliminate this issue, I'm gonna go to what's it? Let me take you with me. Components manager. To the method itself. This one. Yep. No, actually here. and we do something like this. So if variable to lower, please. There we go. Also content. Okay, we do something, and else we display whatever we have here. Can have sub content. List has content. Yeah, actually now that I see it, yeah. Variable dot variable has sub content. Yeah. Also one more thing. When we get for editing, open create. No, it's an open edit. Yeah, this one. Parse variables component.html. This should kind of like play out in a loop where we show it when we want to edit and then we remove it when we save. Yeah, it should work. And I have to like compile it and see how it goes. I'm getting blinded every time I go to this page, man. I really need glasses. I'm gonna be blind if I continue this. I have glasses, but they don't have anything. You see, I'm gonna go to the doctor soon. I'm gonna have to get used to looking blind or to being blind, I guess. I look more knowledgeable, I guess. Makes my nose look massive. No, thank you. Let's go. So if I click this, has sub content, very nice, and the HTML content, everything's fine. Yeah, very good. Very good. Okay, and this one I'm gonna remove the preview content. Because we don't have any preview for this one. Yeah. Why is it calling like a method? Preview, what is it? Yeah. Edit and delete, that's the only two things we need. Yeah. Very good. Now, we have our big parts of this thing. Let's go to the browser, to the other browser. Where is it? Not this one. It's Visual Studio. Yeah, this one. Let's go. Now we have this. Now we need to make this. This is like the biggest part of this project. Most difficult one. Yeah. Hopefully we can do well. Anyway, see you in the next video. It's gonna be very, very interesting.